Good afternoon, teacher. My name is Díaz. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Punto Fijo, Falcon State. I'm currently taking English 6 and my specialty is marine operations. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some navigational equipment such as VDR and GPS. First, we have the VDR, which stands for Voyage Data Recorder. The VDR is a data recording system installed on a ship to continuously record vital information of the last 12 hours related to the operation of a vessel, such as ECDIS data, ship's speed and position, radio communication, GPS data, among others. It is important to note that this information is continuously being overridden by the latest data. Okay, after that, the VDR will digitize, compress, and then stores this information on an externally mounted protective storage unit, which is designed to endure the extreme shock, pressure, heat, as well as other events that could be associated with a marine incident, such as fire, explosion, collision, sinking, among others. This recording is recovered and made use for an investigation in case of a marine accident. There is also another device called SVDR, which stands for Simplified Voyage Data Recorder. The SVDR is a simplified, lower-cost version of the VDR, made use for smaller ships. The main difference between these two devices, the VDR and the SVDR, is the additional requirements for recording data. Next up, we have the GPS, which stands for Global Positioning System. The GPS is a global navigational satellite system that provides position, velocity, time synchronization anywhere on the globe at any given time. GPS systems rely on three main elements. First, a combination of satellites placed around the orbit of the Earth. Second, land-based control stations. And third, user equipment such as GPS receiver or transmitter. But how does GPS work? Well, each satellite emits two signals. One of them goes to the land-based control stations, which is used to correct the deviation produced by the ionosphere when the signal passes through there. And the second one goes to the user equipment. The GPS receiver will measure the time it takes the signal to travel from the satellite to the land-based control stations to calculate its position on Earth. It is important to note that user equipment should be capable of receiving signals from 4 different satellites, 3 of them to calculate its position and a 4th one to calculate height. In conclusion, it is impossible to deny the importance of these two devices when talking about safe navigation. Although the VDR doesn't really have a direct impact on moment-to-moment navigation, it is an effective tool to determine the cause of a maritime accident. Nevertheless, the VDR could also be used for preventive maintenance, accident avoidance, or even training purposes. On the other hand, GPS does very much have a direct impact on everyday navigation because of all of the advantages and vital data that it provides, such as ship speed, position, heading, among others, in addition to its capability of integrating its functions with other equally important safe navigational devices, such as ECDIS. Therefore, both of these devices should always be present when talking about safe navigation. Thank you very much for your attention.